Hi YouTube, this is iDevice Programming here, and I'm going to show you guys an app I've been working on today instead of actually showing you how to program. Um, so here's all the files in it. It's kind of an obscene amount of files, but that's pretty much how programming goes. So I'm going to build it for you. It is a ski resort game where you own your own ski resort and you expand it, and you're going to move to new mountains, and you're going to be able to buy stuff like host the Olympics and have like pros come. But it's in the I'm programming it right now, so none of that stuff is actually working yet. But right here is just a placeholder new game screen. Blah blah blah. You get it. Options, just kind of options. Help doesn't work yet, but load game. You pick a slot for your load game. Keep in mind that most of the stuff is just placeholders because I'm not really an artist and I'm waiting for my artist to work on this. So this is the main screen. In this black place, there will be the current resort that you have selected from the map. This map, of course, is just a crappy little map. You'll select it, look at like animates the other views out of the way so it has some room. This is a UI view that I'm popping up for those of you guys who are wondering. And you'll be able to select a mountain and you'll go to it, and if you actually own the mountain, your resort will appear. I'm currently working on some of the art for the resort, but you can go to the store, and I'm sure you guys like the bottom right category, but you pick you pick something to buy, and it gives you a description right here. You can purchase and go back, and then there's advertising. You can host the Olympics for $1 million. I'm sure it costs a lot more than $1 million in real life, but clear new trail. These are all just kind of there. And a cool thing that I did, I've never done this before, I used a plist file to define those. So each of these is their own category, and each category owns something. So it says name, image, cost, description. Image is the image file without the file ending. It's just kind of cool because I don't have to program those things in like hard program them. I can just kind of read them from a file that is easily expandable. Um, and then after you do that, there is this sick pause menu made by my artist Petrel. Um, it's winter themed, and let me see. You got the options from here: save and exit, resume. Nobody heard that. And these two top and bottom views are, there's three separate UI views on the screen. This one's just displaying text above that just to show myself that I can actually draw like their stats. I was just playing around. So that's how the app works, and it seems pretty simple from above, but I can tell you that that is not the case. I also did something I've never done before. I used a model class. So there's this thing called a paradigm. It's model view controller. It pretty much says that uh, there is a view which displays stuff, a controller which manipulates everything, and then there's a model which has the data. And I've never really used that before because I've mostly done games that didn't really require data. But in this case, I have a data delegate, which is kind of like a model. Um, it At first, when you load it, it loads that store listings plist file that I showed you earlier, fills the arrays and everything, and I also, in the store view, let me see, I set the tables delegate and data source to that store table data delegate. So I completely get rid of all the table view junk that you don't really want to see. This stuff for row at index path, did select, number of rows in section. I just think it's kind of ugly, so I just bumped it out there. The categories view, this is just a nice, simple pause menu. I'm not sure if there's actually a way to add a. Actually, I am sure there's a way to add a UI image view, but I just decided to do custom drawing because at some point I'm going to want to do more than just draw the background. So I bumped out touches began. I'm pretty sure the controller is supposed to have the touching code, but it got really complex in the main view controller, so I just bumped it into each separate UI view. Hide pause menu, show options, and exit just NS logs right now. The map view is pretty much the same. It just draws the map and intercepts touches. Top view, same thing, except it draws the text as you saw before. I found out you can draw an NS string. I didn't think you could, but apparently you can. It's an add-on for Interface Builder. The middle view pretty much just draws the pause and map icons right here. Map icon and the pause icon. And also it will do all the touching for the resort. It'll display the resort, and I'll show you the resort that I'm working on right now. It's kind of bad because I'm not a very good artist. It looks kind of flat, but I'm working on that right now, so don't you worry. Yeah, it's got some nice mountains, and pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in everything that the person could ever have in the entire game, and then I'm going to take each piece out, separate it into its own image, and then draw nature completely behind that. So by the end of this, all these mountains will just be blank mountains with just trees on them. And I will, depending on what the person has bought, what trails they've paved and stuff, I'm going to draw over top of those, and what buildings they have, I'm just going to paste them onto the image where they originally were, so it should look pretty streamlined. And that code will all go in HUD middle view right here. So HUD, if you don't know, stands for heads up display. Bottom view is the same as the top view. Main screen view controller just allocates and initializes each of these views. Let's see. Main menu view controller is just the main menu, new game, options, and load game. And the app delegate is pretty simple. It's just a UI navigation controller. And then in the resources, there's all the images that I have. I don't know why this is small. If anyone knows why Xcode does this, this is a 320 by 340 image, or 240 by 270, and it's appearing less than like 32. So I don't know what's up with that. Xcode does that sometimes. And then there's the HUD bottom map. This was a crappy overhead map attempt. Here's all the XIB files. I don't feel like opening each individual one. And then here's the info.plist. So it's a pretty complex app, even though it isn't really displaying too much. But that's just kind of an insight into how someone would develop an application. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way or the wrong way, but as long as it works and it works well, I mean, you can't really complain. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.